atheists are so afraid of the cross. Many Christians think that atheists are afraid of God's existence. That's not the case, though. The God of the Old Testament actually strengthens our resolve as atheists, because we get to feel like victims in relationship to what we view as a tyrannical God. Like we're being forced into our own condemnation. That's not scary to us at all. It's when the cross comes into play that the relationship gets completely inverted. That's what we as atheists are scared of. That all-powerful God of the Old Testament, whose image we are made in and we freely sinned against, loved us so much that he literally left heaven, took on human flesh, lived a completely sinless life, and then freely died on the cross for our sins. Because now we no longer get to view God as the mad tyrant. We no longer get to frame him as someone who demands our worship through intimidation. Now we see an all-powerful God that literally lived his ministry life as a homeless man. He willingly died on the cross with every single worldly possession that he owned, which was nothing, all while saying, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." It's a level of humility and compassion that we can't comprehend. Jesus Christ offers us a gift and allows us to freely choose our salvation or condemnation. That puts the responsibility on us as sinners. Like the Bible clearly states, it's not God's existence that we suppress. It's our own spiritual condemnation. The terrifying part of the gospel of Jesus Christ for atheists is that it leaves them without an excuse on Judgment Day. So to avoid acknowledging this objective reality that we're all forced to live our lives according to, atheists are willing to entertain the most absurd ideas of reality to suppress that truth.
It's entirely possible that
None of those ideas are more absurd than naturalism, with the Big Bang and theory of evolution. This transgender swimmer controversy is a perfect example. I'm actually happy that people are finally getting to see what I realized 5 years ago as a new skeptic, which is just how ridiculous and untenable naturalism truly is. You have to stop looking at these mainstream absurdities through a political lens like I used to. This has absolutely nothing to do with elections, tolerance, liberalism, or social justice. This is the absurdity of natural science and atheism versus the logic of the cross and the Bible. There's a reason that the Bible calls the wisdom of this world total foolishness. Because when you remove Jesus Christ's eternal, invisible attributes that govern our reality, his attributes that are clearly seen and that leave us without an excuse, absolute attributes like the law of identity, this idiotic society is what you get. This swimming controversy is just scratching the surface. Within naturalism, there's no rational justification for identity, science, math, truth, logic, reason, or ethics. These are all just atheist dogmas. They're just blind faith commitments in the most religious sense of the terms. I made a previous video titled Jesus Christ's Role in Creation where I start breaking this down. With all that being said, showing an atheist the absurdity of naturalism is easy. Showing them that they know God exists and are suppressing the truth is also easy. Getting them to accept the fact that this all-powerful God loved them so much that he took their punishment on the cross, leaving the free decision to accept his grace completely in their hands, that's the terrifying part that they want to avoid.